Welcome back, everybody! This is Giraffe Dragon here, bringing you another Let's Play, another episode of Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door. Last time, we finished up Chapter 2, and we went through the Bowser and Peach sections. Played a little bit of Super Bowser Bros, bequeathed Prump a boot to the head, and yay! Basically, the tree's liberated. And then there's some... And at this point, this time, we're going to be doing in-between chapter stuff. And, this might end up being multiple parts. Anyways, we're gonna meet you over to Flurry's house. Cut. Anyways, the reason why we wanted to come here, and by the way, I also skipped over the Peach section, the Peach text message. If you want to ever see your messages, you go to your mailbox, and Peach's messages will pop up alongside with everything else. Anyways, the reason why we're here is to go into Flurry's room. There are two things in here for you. The treasure chest that popped up in that cutscene with her, it contains a Super Appeal P, which is actually rather fitting. Get more star power when your ally appeals. Basically, it's sort of like doubles your star power. And you want a ground pound there, and you get yourself a star piece. This is the reason why I wanted to wait until after we got the super boots, as that way that ended up sort of giving us a sort of like that way we can just go ahead and just head back here and not have to sort of like backtrack twice. Anyways, we'll meet you right in front of the Thousand-Year Door. Quick little edit I want to make here is that if you seal any of these anything that looks as if it could be peeled away, use Flurry's ability and you'll be able to get access to those areas. We got a Happy Heart partner there, which helps makes Flurry a little bit tankier. Anyways, cut again. Or rather, you know what? No. We're not going to cut. There's something I kind of lied to you guys about in the beginning of this part, and that's because it's an executive decision that I just made. We're not actually going to be doing side quests this part. We're going to be focusing on getting access to the next area, and then doing side quests. The reason for this is because the side quests that you get access to right now, one of them would take a while, and I think it kind of deserves and I think the side quest will deserve its own part. Plus, I think it'd just be nice to start at first with plot progression, and then we do side quest. So where's our third location? A floating city in the sky. And I suppose I should go ahead and mention the new star move that we unlocked is Time Bomb, or I think it's called a Clock Stopper. Basically, it acts as a move to freeze your opponents in place. It's sort of like using the stopwatch item against your enemies. That means that beneath this town, the thousand-year-old ruins remain intact. I kind of figured that out. And that door has been sealed shut for 1,000 years with the crystal stars. In order to open the seal, we'll have to muster the power of all the crystal stars. Perhaps I'm just daft, but why would they want to seal this treasure away at all? Do they fear thieves and brigands? If not, then what? No, that's not... That's not what? I don't know! Frankly, please. I'm sorry, so sorry. I know that the treasure was sealed away around the time the town was destroyed. But the problem is, no one's even sure as to what caused the town's demise. All that's written is this: darkness sold the sky and the cataclysm rained down. I must research this more, assuming we'll make well, you know the saying. Yes, how inappropriate. I disagree, Flurry. That is quite appropriate. In any case, what about the location of this crystal star that's floating on the map? Very interesting. Perhaps it's pointing towards the floating town of Glitzville. It's a stunning arena where the great warriors engage in furious combat. Ostensibly, families go there on vacation to lounge and enjoy the fights, but behind the scenes, the richest people in the world wager on the bouts. A floating city, you say? So, are we just supposed to sprout wings and fly there, darling? Do tell. Oh, shut up, Laura. You can fly. You can technically just float there if you wanted to. A special plane flies there. It departs from Robbos several times a day. The problem is getting a seat. The only way to get a ticket is through certain channels. Ooh, that sounds exciting. A little on the seedy side. I don't know. But I guess we don't have much choice. Word on the street is all tickets go through Don Pianta on the west side. Head west up from Rockport's main plaza and you'll reach the west side of town. That part of town is under the control of Don Pianta, the Pianta Syndicate head. Apparently, Don Pianta makes pretty regular jaunts over to Glitzville. I like the sound of this Don Pianta fellow. I cannot wait to meet him. It may sound easy, but he's a syndicate boss, folks. There's rumors about him are scary. And Don Pianta is a recluse. Just getting an audience with him will be difficult. So basically, we have to figure out how to do it. And we know just or at least I know just the people to talk to. Anyways, I might as well go ahead and... You know what? I'll just take care of this now. Just go through all of this, and that should handle it. Because I swear, if that happens again, I'm going to not be happy. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and power up Coops. Even though we have enough to power up Flurry, I don't want to power her up. She would technically be made a little bit more useful, but an attack of 3 versus an combined attack of 4 from Goombella is a bit... I think it's kind of obvious as to which one I would prefer. Return someday. Anyways, I know exactly who we can talk to get the, to get information on how to meet with the Don. Anyways, this guy here. This is a really interesting guy. Who, me? My name's Pierre. I'm what's technically called a completely awesome thief. I used to work as a geologist researching the rocket under town, but it paid nothing. That's where Ishmael, the boss of the Robbos, picked me up. I've since washed my hands of genealogy and am now an amazing thief. Ha 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 ha! In fact, if we tattle this guy and the squeak from below ground, they're connected. He sure does seem to have a lot of free time, doesn't he? Word is he's been busting his tail lately trying to catch the eye of the crime boss Ishmael. He and the squeak below ground are connected. They were once partners. Anyways, these are the Robbos. Let's talk to Gus real quick. Where do you get off talking to me like nothing happened? Like there was no whooping. Yeah, guys like you act real cool when you win, but when you lose, you're all wham. Hey, I'm only like that when I lose it several times in a row and I just feel defeated. Oh, I love this. You want something, chump? This is the fortress of the Robo Thieves. You lost? What business brings a chump like you to a place like this? Say it ain't vacation. Was that? You want to meet that lying, cheating, stealing, no good, jerky for brains Don Pianta? Sound about right. Real thieves like us aim to pour his dirt. Never catching a break because of that guy. Did you come here knowing all that? Mm-hmm. And you know that scumbag demands protection money from us too, yeah? You know all that, and you still want us to tell you how you can meet that crumb? Essentially. Fine, Mr. Insensitive Jerk. But it'll cost you 64 coins. And no budget on the price, not a single coin. Inside info is pricey. Them's the breaks. Okay. You'll pay? Really? Yeah, you heard me. Yes! I mean, good call. You're a shrewd businessman. 64 coins, on the nose. Okay then, clean those ears out and listen here. There's a parlor in the west side of town that's run by that worm, Tom Pianta. Go to the store next to the parlor, buy a dried shroom and a dizzy dial. Make sure you buy them in that order. Dried shroom, dizzy dial. You got that? You do that, and the shopkeeper's gonna ask you what your favorite color is. You answer yellow. You got that? Not green, not blue, yellow. You hear me? See, yellow is the password for getting into Don Scumbag's oh-so-comfy office. You got all that? I love this music. It doesn't pop up all that often, but I love the theme of it. By the way, interesting thing here. You peel this away, and as it turns out, you discover who runs the shop. And it's the Robbos, actually. Whoa, what's the meaning of this? You found my secret way in? Dang. Look, a lot of, shall we say, sketchy requests get submitted here. So don't tell anyone that we're the ones running the Trouble Center, okay? In fact, that's Goose. Goose. Turns out the Trouble Center was being run by him and Ishmael's boys. He may look violent, but he's actually an intellectual. People surprise you, huh? Basically, the whole point of Road Board is that even though it's just, you know, a piece of trash, I love Road Board as a piece of trash. And, you know, they have a good point. There's a lot of requests that not a lot of people would usually request. By the way, let's stomp there and you'll find one there, and there are flipping panels like those all over the place. And if I happen to come across one, I'll let you guys know. And don't always expect me to know where each and every single one of them is. I'm not planning to do a 100% run on all the star pieces, but I want to at least get enough to show you, but I at least want to show you all the ones that I know. By the way, this guy here, let's go ahead and just check to see what he's got in his wares. Nothing that we haven't seen before. By the way, that stopwatch, it acts the same as our new special, which is I don't remember what it's called, but it's like called like Clock Stop or something like that. And speaking of specials and stuff like that, before we go to meet the Dawn, I want to go ahead and just sell some stuff. Might as well see what this guy has to say. Dot 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 means scram. Don't talk to me. My heart's burning for my long lost love. Oh, where has my beloved actress gone? Why did she forsake me? Yes, Flurry was her name. She was skinny and toned with a voice like an angel. But she left the bright lights behind and went off to live in peace and quiet. I'm actually curious, what happens? He talks about her, but I guess he doesn't recognize her. It's actually kind of funny. And I suppose that kind of gives you an idea as to who Flurry was a little bit more before she left. Because for one thing, I suppose living in peaceful tranquility, not having to worry about your figure all that much, might do a damper on it. I want to buy this so badly. In fact, you know what? I'll go ahead and buy this because this is because that's legitimately useful for the next one. Anyways, I'm selling. I want to sell the Happy Heart Partner because I honestly never use that because I think I used that once. And I'm gonna sell the Shrink Stomp. And that might come in handy. I'm gonna sell this. Don't really need it. And yeah, that'll actually be it for the time being. And if you're wondering as to why, that's because in the next area we're going to be running into enemies with a lot of defense. Might as well check to see what the graffiti board has to say. X-Nauts terrorizing Buggerly Woods have withdrawn. Just what was their motive? So the X-Nauts are a thing. They're not just a secret organization. Graffiti Corner. Whatever happened to that squishy little puny guy? I miss him. Toadette, the animal lover. Aw, that's kind of cute, actually. And you know what? I want to check the store real quick. No? Okay, and a later point in the game, there's going to be special items that are going to appear there that you want to buy. But you don't have to. Anyways, let me think here real quick. I think... No, it's not there. There's one here. Yes. And, we're gonna go up here to the train station. I understand that I'm sort of like, you know, I'm sort of like, jumping the gun on getting some of the stuff, but it's just, I already have it on my mind, and I want to go ahead and just pick it up. All the way over here. Spin jump. You guys, here we have another star piece. And there are like, I think 1 or 2 more star pieces in this area. However, we can't get those quite yet. And, what number are we at, actually? We're at 11. That's actually pretty good. Let's see here. That's the Pianta Parlor. And, yeah, we might as well just go forward with our quest, and might as well check to see as to what I have in my inventory. Okay, I want to go ahead and might as well just sell this Dizzy Dial here, because I rarely ever use, because I never use them. Anyway, it was Dried Shroom, Dizzy Dial. Yeah, here we go. Alrighty, mister. What color is your mustache? It's black. Whoops, what's wrong with me? That wasn't the right question at all. This is basically sort of like, in case you accidentally button mash. Let's try this again. Okay, mister, what's your favorite color? Yellow. Uh-huh. Well, you check out, the password. So, you must be an acquaintance of Don Pianta. Good for you. An interesting little tidbit about the Japanese version. You can go through the door. Go through with your bad self. If you're wondering as to why she has cat ears, you might think that was the same in Japanese. That is not the case. In the Japanese release of the game, this Boo, as well as her, I think it's cousin, next door that works the Pianta Parlor, they wore bunny hats. In fact, let's check what her name is. Pika. Yeah, Pika and Lala. They're Boos. They work on the West Side Good. This one works at West Side Goods. She's so pretty for a Boo. I think her sister is Lala, the Boo who works at the Pianta Parlor. They originally wore like bunny ears, as in like Playboy bunny. But censorship here in the United States, especially since this game was rated like 18+, not T for teen. We could probably get annoyed with that. What's with you, wise guy? I ain't too jolly today. If you gotta beef, spit it out quick, or this is gonna hurt. Excuse me. You want me to give you a ticket for the blimp? See, now to me that's funny. You a stand-up comedian? No, you oughta be. You got some nerve asking me for that. I'm Don Pianta. I make crime babies weep. Must not be that impressive then. You want I should run this bum out on a rail, boss? Look at him. What a rube. You must like pain, funny guy. You just looking for trouble or what? Not so fast. Not so fast, boys. I like this kid's gumption. He just came to talk, no? That ain't a crime. So we talk. You boys can wait till we're done before you rough him up, you got it? So I gotta assume you got a reason for wanting a ticket for the blimp. Out with it! What's that? What's that? You wanna help some broad or got herself kidnapped? And to rescue this dame, you're out collecting the crystal stars. The crystal stars? Hey boss, ain't those things in that legend about the ancient treasure? Vinny, you such a dope. Hey boss, this knucklehead believes in fairy tales. Excuse me, but that's not true. The treasure is real, honest. I agree, we fought a dragon. Everybody just shut it. I don't care if the treasure is real or not. Get me? But I tell ya, I can't help but like a guy who wants to rescue some skirt he fell for. I made my decision. You do me a little favor, and you get your blimp ticket. Sounds fair, right? Sure, we can do anything. What is it? Coops. You never say that. It's easy. It's nothing. It's less than nothing. You'll be less than nothing if you don't do this. See, the thing is, my own daughter eloped with one of my young associates. They vanished. But it wasn't too long ago that they did. They ought to still be nearby. You gotta find my daughter Francesca and this Frankie, and bring them both here. If you are unable to bring them here, then all you gotta do is tell me where they are. Then I shall settle this matter quickly, and with what is known as extreme prejudice. Boss, we don't know nothing about this guy. You can't rely on some goofball for this job. Yeah, boss, Vinny's right. Leave it to us to find Francesca. Quiet, you! It's 'cause you lugs can't find her that I gotta swallow my pride and ask this guy. I hope you dopes ain't making complaints about my decision. You making complaints? No, boss. Whatever you say goes, boss. I don't know what I was thinking, boss. It won't happen again, boss. You the boss. Good. I'm glad we're all full of understanding for one another. So, it's settled, yeah? Find my daughter and her friend, then come see me. Francesca and Frankie look like this. And just so we're clear here, if you don't find my daughter, your luck may turn terrible. Oh boy, do I know that. If anyone's seen my original playthrough, the amount of times that I've gotten the poison mushroom is ridiculous. That's Tony of the Piantas. That guy's his brother Vinny. They're super tight. Tony's a wise guy who doesn't mind mixing it up a bit, if you know what I mean. That's Vinny. The guys there, his brother's Tony. They're super tight. They live for their boss. Seriously, they put their lives on the line for him. So basically, like, Tony's the kind of like, you know, the odd man, the jokester. But Vinny's the straight guy. Anyways, we're gonna meet you over by the docks. Cut. Anyways, guys, we're back. Anyway, you'll find him right over here. Hey, back off, you creep. You want something, or you just like sidling up to people? What? Daddy asked you to find us and take us to him. Frankie, what should we do if Daddy finds us now? Oh, I don't know. And the boat's coming any minute. Dollface, maybe we ought to head back and try to talk to the boss one more time. No, Frankie, don't say that. Don't you know what he'll do to you if we do that? I heard it's something called, prey juice? I love juice. Francesca, baby doll, if we can just talk calm like with the boss, he'll understand. Oh, Frankie, my Frankie, don't you love me? Of course I love you, Sugar Cookie. More than anybody in the whole world. Then let's go, Frankie. Let's run to the ends of the earth if we have to. But Butter Biscuit, they already found us out. We can't keep running forever. We can't, Frankie. The more you try to put out the flames of love, the hotter they burn. Well, you know, they just burn up everything inside. But, you know, maybe you shouldn't ask me for experience. I've been chasing the same girl for the past 20 years. And I have yet to have received that cake. Until I marry you, no one will extinguish these flames of passion. No one! Don't you see, mister? I beg you, pretend you never saw us. Can you do that? Of course! Of course I could, but, then my luck may turn terrible and, this may take a lot of thinking. What do you think, Coops? I don't know, Mario. What should we do? Let's invest some money into the rat. After all, I may need it soon. And basically, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just invest another 100. In fact, I think that's the most he'll yep, that's all he'll take. I've invested 300 into him. What should we do? I mean, I guess we should go tell Don Pianta something. But I don't want our luck to turn terrible, whatever that means. Oh, Coops. Coops. You're so naive. I'll be sure to put a blindfold and a cigarette in your mouth before we get run over by the mafia train. We're back, guys. Oh, look who come back. That proverbial mustache. You gonna brighten my mood? So yeah, what you got? You know the whereabouts of these two runaways? Sure do, and I'll tell you. Oh, is that a true fact? Roqueport Harbor, eh? Well done. I appreciate this favor you've done for me. I'll prepare your blimp tickets. Hey, you two Nimrods! The kids are at the harbor! Now go get them! Daddy, wait! Francesca! Boss, forgive me, boss. I'm so sorry. Truly I am. Frankie! So, back you come, head hung low and with your tail between your legs. No, Daddy, don't hurt him. I'm the one who said we should elope. It was me. But Frankie said no. He said we should come back and talk to you, Daddy. Boss, listen, I don't care what you do to me. I deserve it all for being disloyal. But you gotta forgive her. Forgive your daughter, boss. That's all I ask. No, Daddy, no. I'm the bad one. It's my fault. If you're going to punish anyone, punish me. No, boss, it's all on me. It's my responsibility. All the blame right here. I just like how there's just this giant mob drama going on, and Mario's just in the background like, I just want my blimp ticket. Like, I didn't ask for this. I just want a ticket. How hard is that to be? Daddy! Boss! Rawr! Enough! Quiet, both of you! Francesca, my headstrong daughter, you used up your last favor long ago. And you, Frankie, you were like a son to me. This is how you repay your debt to Don Pianta. I feel such disappointment in you two. It's like a poison shroom in my gut. Daddy, boss. I don't ever want to see your mugs again, you hear me? Get out of my sight, both of you. I don't care where, just go! That's what you expected me to say, huh? Well, that's what I'm saying. Go! Do what you want, even if it means getting married. Oh, Daddy. Dad, no, boss. Thank you so much, Daddy. Thank you for your blessings. Boss, I'll make your daughter a happy woman, I promise you. She won't want for nothing. Enough already. Just go! Go! Francesca, seeing you this happy makes me happy too. Congrats, both of yous. Frankie, this is great. Ain't quite what I promised, but hey, things turned out okay, am I right? Now I think I understand as to why in every single movie, Tony is always the one that gets beaten to death with a baseball bat. I think now I know why. Goodbye, Daddy. Farewell, and thank you. You still here? Well, you found my daughter, and daughter to come back here. And just look at how things turned out. What a complete and utter soap opera. But hey, a deal's a deal. You can have your blimp ticket, like I said. Oh no, that guy's got a smile in ear to ear. She is happy. That's good. Hey, I knew you were the right man for the job. Thanks a bunch, Pally. But I don't want to see that gloomy face of yours no more. Don't ever come back here. I love this part of the chapter. These are my favorite characters to voice act. And yeah, we've got our ticket. And so basically, and by the way, yes, this is where you can buy life shrooms. So if you're ever in a need to buy some, this is where you can get them. Okay. Now, real quick, we're going to actually head down to Rogueport Sewers. And we're going to go talk to Dazzle, because there's a badge I want to pick up there. And, no, it's not actually going to be the Power Plus badge. But you know what, first we're going to talk to Luigi. And I'm going to narrate through his first proper story. Well, like I said, it's a really long story, but here goes. As soon as my ship docked on the Pudding Continent, I set up for the volcano. To reach my destination, I spent several days fording through dense jungle. Scary beasts were all over. More than once I thought I was done for, bro. I may have screamed a bit to scare them off, you know, but as fate would have it, a bluebird named Bluey heard me shrieking and found me in this one town. Bluey was on a journey of his own, but he joined me after hearing my tale. Now, Bluey's a madman, Back in his hometown, they called him White Torpedo. Oh, so what do they call him now? Blooper Animal Cracker. It's kind of sad, actually. Yeah, he's a tough guy. Anyway, he helped me fight the Rumble Bump volcano. This place was all about bubbling lava pools, and heat that make the sun sweat. And the place was lousy with evil traps designed to protect the compass piece. The scariest one of all was this gigantic 100-foot tall statue that stomped around. Now, the weakness of this giant statue, bro, was a red gem on its forehead. I immediately gained the courage to do so because I thought of you. Not because, you're my brother or anything. It's more you know how envious I am of you, bro, and the fact that you broke into my house, broke into the floorboards, and found my diary, and how you still have not thanked me for saving you back in our last game. Oh, I'm sorry, Luigi. What'd you say? Nothing, bro. Now, I can jump high, but not high enough to reach this thing by a long shot. So I came up with this plan for Bluey to hit that weak spot. Are you mad? I said. I waited for a pause in the statue's movements, and hopped Bluey up there. And bullseye, the White Torpedo saved the day. That jewel got whacked. It was a critical hit, and that statue toppled and crumbled into pieces. Maybe that's why we'll never get a... You know what, maybe that explains as to why we never got a Luigi's Story of the Waffle Kingdom. It's because Fire Emblem already copyrighted the critical strike. Dadgummit! Once that was done, it was an easy stroll to the room where the treasure was. Unfortunately, Princess Eclair was nowhere to be found. A princess is in another castle. I certainly had Mario 2 flashbacks. It was a nightmare. But I got another piece of the marvelous compass and put it on the base. Now the compass pointed west to Plump Belly Village on the Strudel continent. How do you... I'm actually curious. How does he know which way to specifically go? Like, does he go back to the castle area where he originally, got the orders to... Where he originally got the compass to figure out the proper location of it? Or did it, a magical text appear over the head of the compass telling him where the next location was? Or was it written on the compass itself? That I'm honestly very curious about. So I set sails once again and come back here to Rogueport to recharge. That's what happened to me lately, but I'll be heading back out soon. By the way, this music is amazing. And, yeah, this is Bluey. You might remember that he was called White Torpedo. He's looking a little less white and more animal crackery. That's Luigi's blooper partner, Bluey. He's totally weird to find bloopers on dry land. He seems peeved, though. I wonder why he looks so fried to a golden crisp. You see, Luigi sort of embellishes his stories a little bit. Hey there, I'm Bluey, and this guy's a total liar. Don't listen to him. You heard his story, right? Well, he did try to throw me, but he completely tripped. And what happens? I end up landing in lava. Lava, man! You think that feels good? Thanks to him, you can stick a fork in me. I'm well done. My pale skin's crispified. I'll never forgive this guy. I'm gonna make him pay if it takes my whole lifetime. That's the only reason I'm still hanging around with him. You'll pay, Luigi! Yeah, so basically each of his partners end up having a reason to hate him, essentially. Because he's either scarred their life, or he's given them nightmare fuel. Because just wait until the next chapter, till after the next chapter, because after next chapter, oh boy, it gets hilarious. It's hilarious. Anyways, let's see what Dazzle has to offer us, because I'm here. Because, in terms of badges, I'm not going to require the Chill Out badge until Chapter 4. And then even then, that's kind of my personal preference. And... Sure, I'll go ahead and pick this up. And you know what? I'll go ahead and just get the attack bag. Sound effects badge. This doesn't... This sound effects badge isn't anything special. I think it's just like a hammer hitting metal or something. Kind of like a pick hitting... Kind of like using like a hammer and pick combination. And, yeah, anyways, guys. That is it for this part. Next time, we're going to be taking care of some side quest stuff, and hopefully I'll be able to have enough space to record all of this. see you guys then.